This is a discussion of quadratic functions and the graph of the horizontal transformations, which will also be illustrated. Included are quadratic functions with horizontal shifts, quadratic functions with horizontal stretches or compressions, and quadratic functions with reflections across the y-axis, which is horizontal reflection. I like to share testimonials from my parents and students so you can see that I am highly competent in helping you with your algebra. Horizontal transformations. You have shifts of the graph to the right. You have shifts of the graph to the left because the input of the function is affected. You also have stretches of the graph away from the vertical or y-axis and compressions of the graph towards the vertical or y-axis. Again, because the input of the function is affected. And lastly, you can have a reflection of the graph across the vertical or y-axis. Let's look at a shift right. The parent function for a quadratic is f of x equals x squared. This g function, x minus 1, then squared, it will be a shift 1 unit to the right. If it were a function with x plus 1 squared, that would be a shift of the function to the left. You see this in the next slide. The new function is compared to the original parent function, f of x. Next, let's look at a stretch or a compression. The input is multiplied or divided by a factor. That b is the factor that you multiply or divide the input by. And the result, it will be a stretch when b is greater than 0 but less than 1. Stretching away from the y-axis. You could say the u is getting bigger or wider. And it will be a compression when b is greater than 1. The u is getting thinner. The parabola is squeezed towards the y-axis. Reflections across the y-axis. This results when the input is multiplied by a negative number. So your b is less than 1. And with the symmetry of the parabola, you cannot tell that anything is actually happening. The reflection will map onto the parent function here. Here are some practice problems for horizontal transformations. Again, horizontal transformations result from affecting the input value. Horizontal transformations will make it easier for you to graph the new function if you understand the parent function f of x equals x squared and you understand the impact of the horizontal transformation on that parent function. Next video will show combination of vertical and horizontal transformations. Thank you for watching. Please contact me to connect with me with any questions you have about horizontal transformations of quadratic functions, and share with me what content for Algebra 1 and Algebra 2 you want me to upload. Thanks again. Bye.